Hello, my friends. Gosh, it feels like a long time since I've made a video. Okay, Amy at the Crafty Cat drew her 2 new prompts for her hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 6 this morning. She's on Instagram, she's on YouTube, she's on Etsy, she's got beautiful digitals and all kinds of things. And she drew the last 2 today. Number 49 is music. Oh, gosh, I'm tired. Music and rip. And when she drew it, I thought, rest in peace. Ooh, I don't do dark funeral stuff. It's rip. It's literal rip. Right up my alley. So I'm just going to do a journaling card. I pulled out some music, and it just happened to say Soldier's Life or Old Winter. And I knew I had pictures of soldiers that I started using one other time. It's prepared already. So I'm going to use that because my other music, I don't have any music with it. I have music without words, but it's not Coffee Dyed. And I have a whole bunch of children's music, Yankee Doodle. Oh, that would even be cute, actually. But I liked that this said Soldier's Life. So this is what I'm going to do. So let's do it. Okay, I have a card ready to save time. These are all my peoples. I went through people. These are my people. So look at these. These are just literally out of magazines. It's just a great way to get images. But I'm going to save those because I have another thing to do. Let's see. Let's put them up. Where are we going with this stuff? Okay. So I am going to just do it. I want a soldier's life to show. See, I'm ripping already. I'm a ripping girl, so I'm not a Barbie girl. Well, I had a good time. I went to my son's for the first time since he moved there. And it's only, I don't know how far it is, 2.5 hours, something like that. It didn't seem like it took me very long. And I haven't gone anywhere in so long by myself. Like, I mean, I drove home from Massachusetts alone. So listen, I don't know why it's bothering me, but I think things like, what if I have a flat tire? You know, it's a kind of an evil world out there anymore. What if I have a flat tire and I'm stranded? Well, yeah, you can call for a tow truck, but my daughter-in-law's car just broke down a couple weeks ago, and she couldn't get a tow truck. So she had to get one. Her insurance company, my son's, they have tow coverage, but they couldn't get one it wasn't even the next day. It was like a long time. And I ran down and got her where she was. She was at work, thank God. And they had to hire one. They could wait for their insurance one, or they could just pay out of pocket and then turn it in, which is, oh, that reminds me. Okay, I just had a brain fart. Anyway, I'm distracted now. Ever do that? Anyway, they had to buy out of pocket to get her car towed. What if that happens to me when I'm 2 hours away from home? That's what I think. Then I think my son's friend, his sister's car overheated one night, and she had to pull over, and she was 2 hours from home, and she had to call her. She was with her husband, but his parents had to come and get him and bring a second car because they were doing a route. They're couriers. And so then I'm thinking, what if I'm running my air conditioner a lot? You know, it's hot out. What if my car overheats? And then I'm like, I wonder if I just worry. What if my, what do you call it, isn't good? My antifreeze. Well, it has to be because I'm going to cut a hole. I want a slot, and I don't have a slot punch. I'm at like 40% on my oil change, so I know it's been checked. So then I worry about that, because surely it was checked, you know. I mean, I'm not due for an oil change, so I know that stuff was checked. I just worry. And then I'm like, What if I stall along the road and then some creeper comes up to my window? So dumb. Back in the old days, I didn't worry about stuff like that. It's just different. It's just a different world. I'm gonna, anyway, I finally got there and it was fun. My son didn't know he was coming. He sells insurance. Has an office in the next town, in another town. It takes him about 35 minutes to get home, 30 minutes because of traffic and construction. And so his friend let me in. He knew I was coming. We had this all plotted. I said, I think I'm going to come up. And he goes, oh. I said, don't tell. I'm just going to throw stuff in a bag and I'll be on the way. Okay. And I said, are you going to be in town? Because my son lives in a different town than him. And he goes, yeah, I'll be there. Because he cleans a yoga studio for, he gets free yoga, free hot yoga and free core stuff and all that, free gym, if he signs up to clean every once in a while. And he says, I have to clean, so I'll be in town. Because he's a Minnesota boy, which Minnesota, Iowa, South Dakota is like 3 states in one. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Listen to me. These guys need trimmed down. Oh, this might be too. Anyway, he was there. He let me in. And he had to go to work. And I said, well, I think I'm going to take a shower. And when I hear him come in, I'm going to flush the toilet. We have 2 bathrooms. There's one, he has one in his bedroom and then the other one. I said, I'm going to flush the toilet and then turn on the shower. Oh, we were laughing so hard. And so then I did all that and then I opened the door. I was all done with my shower. I just kind of stayed in there knowing he was going to be coming any minute. Had my shoes and my bag and everything hid in the room, the second bedroom. And I says, opened the door and went, hi. He goes, well, hi. I didn't know. It was so funny. And I text him, we have a chat together. I text him, I said, watch what I'm going to say. And I texted in a 3-person chat. I said, hey, next time you come home, I think I'm going to follow you back. And then stay a couple days. Oh, that'd be nice, he says. Well, we already knew we were doing this little trickery, I tell ya. So that was Friday night. So we went to Mexican, really nice restaurant. Good drinks. Caleb had a jalapeno. And I think I know how to say that with a daughter-in-law from Mexico. And grapefruit margarita. My son had a sour apple margarita. Had pineapple in it. I had a Sex on the Beach, and it had a blinking ice cube. I don't know if it was an ice cube, but it had a blinking thing in there. I'm just going to glue on my picture. I'm going to put this on it. I don't know what lace has to do with soldiers, but I like it. This is tatted. This is tatting. It's very precious. So I feel like I should put something else. Wait a minute. What else can I put on there? What's this? I thought I had, this is for my next one. I thought I had something. Hold up. I thought I had another kind of an image to use. Here it is. I'm going to put this on. I don't know what it is. Railroad shillings. Let's do the 25-cent fare. Actually, I'm going to cut it straight. They're going to take the train. They're coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I made some fairy ones today. 25-cent fare from. That's good. We'll do that. I went to the lumberyard and I bought They're called barn pole spikes. They're nails about this long. They're long. They're very long. And I said, do you have barn pole spikes? And she goes, come on, I'll show you what I got. And I went back to the back. And they're $2.39 a pound. And I said, I don't know, how much is that? You know, like, what's a pound of those, you know? So she put one in, and she said, you probably get about 4. And I said, okay, I want 8. She threw 8 in, and it was, well, they ended up $1.33 a piece, if you want to do it that way. So anyway, I took E6000 glue. I stuck them in I brought a pot in from outside, and I stuck them all in, all 8. And I put E6000 glue on the top of them. And then I bought those marbles that are like a half marble. You can get them at Dollar General or Walmart. They come in a little netting bag, and you can get like all blue, all red, all clear. The ones I got had gold ones, clear ones, some with a blue iridescent, and some with a red cast to them. Soldier's Life. And I have a button ready here. And so they're drying. I'll let them dry overnight. They're cute. They're cute. But I made those. My granddaughter's I'm gonna take them to her, and she's gonna make a bunch more, and she's gonna do a big bouquet of them and enter them into the fair. But I did some so she would see what I was talking about. She's 9. There's my music. You can't see the music though. Dang it. That was dumb. Well, we know it's there. Don't lie. Let's tear it out a little. So I did that today. My other grandson, in this family, there's 2 boys and a girl. The 16-year-old is making flowers. He bought himself a welder. He works 2 jobs. If he's not at the gas station, the country store, cooking in the kitchen, he's working at the campgrounds where they sell pizzas and ice and all that. Check-in campers, miniature golf and all that. He works there. So he works at 2 places. He works 7 days a week, too. But anyway, he bought himself a welder, and he's taking washers and making flower bouquets, flowers. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Okay, there's my music. Number 39. Number 40 is Rip, and I think I'm just gonna, I reached in my drawer and pulled out all these pictures. This would have been cute on there too. I'm just gonna put them together. I'm gonna rip them and make a book. So we went to the Saturday morning. We got up. Well, I went to bed. I didn't feel good. I ate the flour in my drink. There's a flour floating around in there. My son investigated it on his phone, and it said it's edible and it's something used in Chinese herbal medicine. I'm like, okay, I'll eat that. So I ate it. Well, then I didn't feel good when we got home, and I said, I either ate too much or I don't know what. We didn't think about the flour till the next day. Maybe that upset me. But so the next day we got up. They stayed up late and made an egg bake so that it was ready for in the morning. And they put it in the oven. It was so good. I put mine in a tortilla, put some salsa in there. And then, actually, you know what I'm going to do? How am I going to do this? I'm going to have it, just going to have it fold. Now, I went to the antique mall. It's right not far from their house, my son's apartment. He lives alone, but I say they because they're always together. They took me to the antique mall, and oh my gosh, I wanted everything there. I did not get the one thing I was thinking I wanted to get for a Christmas gift for my son. If you watched my video, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't get it because he was with me and it just didn't work out, but it is getting picked up. Well, he's not going to watch this video. It's amber glass canisters, vintage. So, what did I get there? I got up. Well, we went to Savers after that, and it stunk so bad, Caleb had to leave. He said, I got to get out of here. It stinks so bad. And it literally, there's no excuse for a secondhand store to smell like that. It was bad. And besides that, their prices were ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Their clothes, like the one I go to, all clothing is $3.50, and it's a nonprofit, and everything is donated to them. And Savers, everything's donated to them. So there's no excuse for that. So, I said, let's just go. Their stuff is just a ridiculous price. So we left there and went to Goodwill. What did I buy? Oh, I bought an antique chalkboard, children's chalkboard at the antique mall. I paid $7 for that. I bought a gift for my Margaret, my friend. I bought her a gift. What else did I buy? I bought, let's put some yellow. I bought her a pig, a Shawnee pig. Was it Shawnee or Nesco? A Nesco pig, which is Japanese. Is that what it was? I can't remember what I bought her. And then I bought a cup and saucer for me. I'm going to resell it, though. I'm getting my Etsy shop going this week because something's got to give around here. It's ridiculous, let me tell you. So we're going to just make a little thing. I've made one of these. It's over there. I incorporated quilt pieces in it, and it's just like an endless book. So we've got this. We're ripping. This is pretty. Let's rip it. Rip. So we've got the yellow. So we're going to hinge it. So yeah, about those three things there. The old chalkboard. The chalkboard is Masonite, and it's got the lines on it. It's the old schoolhouse green color. I'm going to cut it in half and make it the front and the back cover of a journal, children's journal with old vintage kids books. I have the perfect book for it. I don't know where it is. I'm looking, scanning over there. So then we went to Goodwill. At Goodwill, I bought, what did I buy? I bought a, I think it's Anchor Hocking. It's the constellation pattern divided casserole dish with the constellations on it, that one. And I got it for $5. I paid $5 for it. I got a M&M peanut cluster, peanut M&Ms cup, Vegas. It's worth $30. I paid 50 cents. Yes, you heard me right. I'm going to sell that. That's getting listed this week. And I got, what did I get? What else did I get? I got the cup, the baking dish. Oh, I got another French bowl like I got last week. Got another French bowl, the same lead glass French bowl. Da, 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 da. So that was fun. A fun find. And what else did I get? That's it. That's it. That's all I got. That's plenty. I've spent too much lately. Should we put these nasturtiums on there? And then I have to back these, and I think I'll back them with maybe fabric. Okay. I don't want them to stick together. So this. I'm going to put it on the bottom. And then we're going to fold it. And we're going to put our nasturtiums on there. So then we went home. Did we go home and eat supper? I feel like they were wanting to eat out, and I said no. Yes, so my son went home and made taco meat, and we made burritos. He had a taco salad. I said, we don't need to eat out, you guys, just because I'm here. That's dumb. And they went, oh no, it's special. You're in town. We never go out and eat. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, fine. So we didn't. We ate at home at the apartment, and then we went to go to this free concert. Oh, we went to see the falls. The falls in Cedar Falls are very cool. They're very, very cool. It's like this big, it's, the stone that's all over the ground is rose quartz, which is native of South Dakota. My one son had a house that the foundation was all quartz, rose quartz from South Dakota. It was a former pharmacist's house he bought, antique vintage. He actually tore it apart and sold everything. The company came in and dismantled the house and paid him for everything. He bought it for $500. And they bought all the floors, they bought the pocket doors. It had a brass light fixture in the entry. They bought the radiators, were all carved, big, huge, carved, beautiful radiators. They paid him for those. They bought the knoll post, the staircase, the corners of the walls had the corner going up with the pineapple on it. It was an amazing house. But anyway, I don't know how I got on that. What was that all about? I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, here's my flower book. So now we're going to do the back, and then we're going to be done. What should we do with it? Should we do some corn coffee dye? Yeah, we'll just do the whole thing. We'll overlap it all. My other one had pieces of doily all over it. But we're just ripping. Oh, I don't want that there. I want something else. Let's put... So Sunday morning. Oh, so anyway, we went to go to this Native American band was going to play. They were called, I don't remember what the name of them were. And they did the native dance. And, I don't know. My son was like so excited. He says to Caleb, oh, look who's going to be there. And I go, who? He goes, my mom is going to freak out. I love powwows. I love to watch the Native Americans dance. I follow the Cree from Canada. One particular guy, he is so good. He makes his own costumes and he does the different dances and it makes me cry. Anyway, the crowd was so huge we would have to park. I'm reaching backwards to this to get coffee dice stuff. We were going to have to park about 5 blocks away. So we went to this bar instead. I said, can't we go somewhere where there's music and like just sit and have a drink? So we found a really nice little outdoor, like kind of like a sidewalky cafe thing. We went there and it was so nice. People had their dogs and it was just relaxing. And they only had beer and ciders, and I don't drink that stuff. So I had a cider that was like a slushy. I guess it was cider. I don't know. It was an orange slush. And so that's what I had. And then so we had one of those, and then we left and we went home. Well, that's a lie. We didn't go home. We went to this other bar because I said, isn't there someplace fun, like where we can just have fun? Because I just turned 70 and I said, I want to have a 70 party. And we found a place and I had a wine, and then their friend came, and her husband's in residency to be a doctor, and she's a yoga instructor and body core and all this fancy stuff that I don't do. But she's absolutely gorgeous and cute, and they've got a little girl, and he's off finishing at one of the 10,000 lakes in Minnesota with their daughter. So she came, and then we all went back to my son's about 9:15 and grabbed pizza from Little Caesars. And let's see, I think this was the front. And fold, fold, fold. This is going to have to go over. And we played games. It was really fun. We played one called Therapist or something like that. And you have a question and you read it and then you turn the answer, and then they get 3 cards and they have to figure out what's the funniest one. And it was funny. So I'm too analytical. I was terrible at it. And then we played one that you it's called, you take 75 and it's like words cut out, like just the words the, he, she, bunch of pronouns, and then like brain and just a whole bunch of words, and you put 75, they're all little cutout things, they're magnetic, and you have a little magnetic tray, and they ask a question, then you have to write the answer with the magnetic tiles. And I couldn't do it. I was just terrible at it. It was just terrible, but it was funny because some of them were really raunchy and some of them were really funny. Abby was really good at that. I was terrible because I tried to do literal things, and you're not supposed to. You're supposed to do the dumbest, funniest that makes you laugh. And I'm not a laughy person. I'm not a comedian. I'm a very serious person. So there we go. We have a torn book, and we could really get crazy decorating it. I wish I had some fabrics. I'm going to pause and get some stuff. Okay, I'm going to add some bits to this. Just grab some stuff. Let's say, let's put this here. So Sunday I got up and we watched some TV, and I left about 10 and came home. I suppose I got home, I don't know, 1-ish. I don't remember. And then, yeah, it's fun. Not looking forward to the drive again, though. I'm such a homebody, it's really bad. I'm really bad about it. Should we put this here? We're even going to rip the fabric. How's that? Whoops, it won't tear through the embroidery. There we go. Threads, Mitzi. Threads. Okay, we'll do this page. Let's put a little cute piece of quilt. Yeah, that'll work. Actually, let's Let's make a long one. And I know this won't rip. Anyway, that was the most excitement this old girl's had in a long time. It's the first time I've left the 30-mile surrounding area in a long time. I just don't go anywhere. Okay, then we got to look over here. What are we going to add? We've got quilt, we've got embroidery. We've got, should we put this on the back? Put one of these. Oh, this would be, let's see. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, I feel like that needs more. Guys, if you follow Corky, Plum Creek Booksmith, I was just thinking about her today earlier. She has the most beautiful acreage farm. She takes you on a little tour. It's in her videos. A little tour of her property with her flowers and everything. It's so pretty. Plum Creek Booksmith is who she is. It's really pretty. I'm not going to be able to flip through this because everything is wet. Let's put a piece of fabric here. Guess what? Rip. Okay, we're going to have this be here. I don't think that'll rip that close. Okay, we are ripping. Okay, we need something here. And I think I'm done. I've got a little bit of this flower. I hear my stray cat I've been feeding. Oh my gosh, I gotta go see him. I missed him when I was gone. He's getting close to being able to go to the vet, I think. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this basket on here. I have to cut through this. Yes, it hurt me to cut this. It literally hurt me to cut this, but I want this. Okay. I have to go feed my little brother. We call him Brother. My neighbor named him. Okay. So there, we have our flowered. I don't think I can do it. It's all ripped. Page 1, page 2, page 3. There we go. And we will be adding more later. How's that? All right, guys, I have to go feed my little mystery cat. If I had, oh, you know what I have? Somewhere I have, where's my fussy cut flowers? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where they're at. I'm having a brain aneurysm. All right, we're going to quit. That's it, guys. Torn, and I don't know where my tag went. I'm literally, oh, here we go. Rip and tag music. Rip and music. There we go. Rip and music. I will take a picture and make my video look pretty at the heading. And that's it. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great week. It's Monday. Whoop, here we go. Let's do it. Bye-bye.